we ride on them things like
It's time for the crushing interview.
Hey man, we're going to this crushing interview brought to our people at ORC Software. The ORC team is committed to providing full lifecycle support for developing, testing, and delivering market-driven products. ORC's model when a customer engages one of us, they engage all of us. Go to ORC.com for more information. You want to try it out, Malik? You good?
Hey, man. Georgia State in the building. Georgia State in the building. Jerome Smith, what's going on?
Hey, how y'all doing this?
So, Jerome, let me just talk about, I heard the numbers. How you feel about your pro day, sir?
I mean, I feel like I could have did better. That's how I honestly feel.
That's how everybody be coming in here with
I
that.
feel like I could have did way better.
But, I mean, just talk about the whole experience, man. What was it like? What were your feeling going into that day, man? They coming to, you know, the scouts are there. They coming to see you. What's your overall mindset going into that day, man?
Well, the night before I called my mama, I was like, hey, I'm calling you tonight because I'm not answering no phone calls after this time. Going into the morning, I'm like, I'm focused. I'm zoned in. But when we got there, it's kind of like, I want to say like playing the game kind of, but not really because it's not really like football, you know. It's kind of like, I don't really like pro day like that. It's like it's
just
irrelevant to me,
yeah.
honestly. But going in, like the scouts, like they kind of rush you, like it's like fast paced, and so you just going through it, man. I was tired, you know.
Yeah, that seems like a lot going on.
Yeah.
But to be able to do it for Georgia State in front of the home, doing it at home and all of that, man. I know you say you won, you wish you could have did better, but overall, man, just to be able to do it and be a part of it, what did that mean for you?
It meant a lot, man. Just thanking God after, you know, the first thing I think after everything I do, and I don't know. I just felt like being in front of my teammates, also just finishing with them guys the right way, just going out the right way, man.
Yeah.
Have you heard from the teammates since your pro day?
Yeah, I heard from a lot of people actually. Got to put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
I can imagine, man. Everybody's kind of like,
Yeah.
hey, man, we heard a few things about you, bro, and
Yeah.
now everybody trying to see what's going on.
Exactly.
But what has been from your family? Talk about your mom. You told her I'm cutting on the phone. What has been your family's reaction to what's going on for you right now?
Everything just happening so fast. Cause right after I didn't know my 40 time right after going out, so I'm nervous. Some agent called me. He was like, "Yeah, the Browns just called me. He said you ran a 4.38," and I was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Okay." Then the stress relief, like I can finally just calm down after all these months of hard training and stuff like that.
So let me get this straight. You didn't know your time.
No, you don't know nothing. The only thing you know is your vertical and your broad and your bench because that's on spot.
Yeah, and it's amazing how that 40 time can mean so much, man. Being able to do sub 4.4 is really good, man.
Yeah, you know, I was a track guy coming out of high school and stuff like that, and I competed with guys from Kennesaw, West Georgia, Syracuse, UMass when I was training up in U48 in Lawrenceville. So yeah, it was a great experience.
So tell everybody what high school that you went to so we can make sure we get that out there.
Oh yeah, you know, I went to the best high school in Atlanta, man. I went to Mays.
I just had to get that out there
just-
because I can imagine Maceo was burning on the road and come talk about that.
Benjamin E. Mays High School.
Benjamin E. Mays. I just want to put that out there for everybody. Cornerback. Talk about your time coming from Mays High School
Yeah, man.
and going to where you're at now, man. Let's talk about the Mays days for everybody.
Oh man, I love Mays right there, man. I actually went to Doug 9th grade year. Both of my sisters graduated from Doug in 05 and 07. So I was coming from Gene Childs Young Middle School thinking I'm just finna turn the program around. It ain't work out that way. I said, man, I'm going back to Mays. What I know, man, going to give me some offers. So yeah, man, I love Mays, man. We had Coach Calloway at first, and we ended up getting Coach Jarvis, probably the best coach I ever had. Honestly,
Jarvis, great coach.
Shout out to Coach Austin, also I'm a DB coach, man.
Yeah, I'm sure he's listening right now.
Yeah, that's
Booby's
my
probably
boy.
listening
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
my boy right there, man. He the GOAT.
But think about it though, man. You had a chance to play with a guy who was in the league. I mean, coach
Yeah.
up on him, and that's what Booby, went to Wake Forest, then he went to the league for a few years. Talk about his influence on you at high school.
Man, he basically taught me everything I know, man. He had me working out 2 times a week. I mean, 2 times a day. Basically basically just pushing me, telling me what to do, what not to do. Basically laying down the foundation, man, because you see a lot of guys, it's just not just me. Actually, JT popped it off going D1 from Mays as far as defensive back, and it just spread it from there.
Yeah.
What's the biggest thing you've really learned from this process, from high school to Georgia State's and now Pro Day, what's the biggest thing you learned?
Just staying consistent, man. Just doing the thing that you've been doing. Honestly, don't try to switch anything up. Don't try to go Hollywood. Don't just stand who you are. Staying true to who you are.
Jerome, that got to be hard, though, man. I mean, keeping that balance. I'm loving what I'm hearing because I know you have a lot of people that come at you and things like that, but you've taken the right paths. You've done it. When you was at school at Mays, what were some of the offers you had coming out?
Well, actually, my junior year, my biggest offer I had was Pittsburgh coming out. That's when they just had moved to the ACC conference. And actually, during the season, I tried to commit to them, and they said they was filled up. So by the time the end of the season, NC State had came around, and they told me they was going to offer me. And so that didn't work out because the second week, the coach called me. He was like, yeah, they filled up also. So basically, had came down to UAB, Georgia Southern, and Georgia State. I was finna go to Georgia Southern, but that coach had left to go to Army, so I just rolled it out with Georgia State after that.
So it's State, not Southern, right?
Yeah, it's State, not Southern.
Always.
Got to make sure we get that in there.
You see
That decision, was it
the basketball team?
Yeah. Got to be proud to be a part of that, man.
Yeah.
But overall, man, that seemed like it was the right move, man. It's funny how things work out.
Yeah, man. You know, what's funny is like some people was joking, like when I was coming out of high school, like, you going to Georgia State to play football? I was like, yeah, man, I'm going to make it work. Look at me now.
Find your fit, people. Quit trying to tell everybody where they should go and all that. Because right now, man, like you said, being able to do it and you stayed home and all of that.
Yeah.
Who are some of the people that talked to you after your combine? Your pro day.
Like I said, it was a lot of people hitting me up, man. I had
that 438 got people like, hey.
I had to decline a lot of numbers, man. Like, hey, we ain't been talking like that, you know.
who are you now?
Yeah, exactly, man. But basically, like, the first person I really called was my mom. I called my sisters. Basically, just my family, man. Like, I told my girl had called some of my teammates, like, tell me his numbers after the pro day.
She got the players calling.
Yeah, she got
find out these numbers.
Yeah, she trying to find out the numbers, but nah, it's basically, man, my adrenaline was still rushing. Like, I couldn't calm down. Like, after probably took me like 6 hours to calm down after pro day, honestly.
What we're gonna talk about when we come back, man? We're gonna talk about your Georgia State years, what you was able to see and doing that, because a lot of people, you took that chance and you believed in yourself, and now look at you. We're gonna talk about those times. Y'all stay with us. It's the Crush.
Major key alert. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by Get Schooled and the Ad Council.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
We're more connected than ever before. 90% of America's students use some form of social media, but not all of it's used in a good way. Hurtful posts online are leading to social isolation for many. Psychologists say it's bullying in a brand new way. Well, Beyond Differences and I Keep Safe are looking to change that with ideas for students, their parents, and even teachers. Take the pledge to be kind online and learn more at wearekindonline.com.
Honey, what you cook for dinner tonight?
You want the good news or the bad news first?
The bad news first.
I cooked nothing.
Well, that's the good news then.
Uh-huh. Well, there's no bad news then, because tonight we're gonna have Jerk Palace.
Call Jerk Palace for authentic Caribbean cuisine, including vegetarian entrees with authentic Caribbean flavor. Call 770-892-5049. Located at 6221 Jonesboro Road, Highway 54 in Morrow, Georgia. Jerk Palace.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and catch the bus. Text and miss your stop. Wait. Text and be late to work. Sorry, I'm late. Text and work. Text and pretend to work. Text and act surprised when someone calls you out for not working. Me? Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Kurt, Jack, D, black on.
Yeah, we having a Georgia State day up in here. Boy, E. Glaze, Bleak sitting there right now for May Show. And I got, man, J.R. Smith, Jerome Smith in the house. Hey, you like J.R. better? You like?
I like man better. That's what my family called me. But
Man, that's what they call you?
yeah, that's the name I go by, really.
That's good to go in the NFL with your name, Man. Which cover do you like best?
Press cover 1.
You put in the face, huh?
Yeah, man. Cover 1, cover 0. Press.
Press Man.
Press man.
So you talked about a little bit earlier about your offers that you had, and you had to come down for a few schools.
Exactly.
You went to Georgia State. You selected Georgia State.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts going into? Because, I mean, even though Georgia State is still in the city, man,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And you heard what your friends were saying.
Exactly.
When you first signed in, when you was going, what were your thoughts going into Georgia State?
I didn't really know like what to expect going into like Georgia State, cause you know I'm a kid from the West Side, so like being down there, that was like my first time really seeing all that. Honestly, like I ain't never been like down that way. I've been downtown, like,
not down.
but not that. Like I've been by the underground, but not actually like by
Right,
state. That
right.
down that way. So it was a great experience, man. Experience something new, meeting new people, you know, things of that nature.
Yeah, and being downtown, like you said, you know, Leak, you were there as well. Talk about the experience of being from the West Side, in the city now. You in the city, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How was that for you?
As far as like being from the West Side or just
Being downtown, and that was your school. That was your home now. That was going down there and being a part of it. Because I don't think people understand that Georgia State is in the city. It's part of the city. You can walk your building right here, and then you can walk across. You got, you know, some of downtown down there.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to be a part of that and keep yourself clean and playing football in a school like Georgia State. How was that for you?
It was a great experience actually. Other than my mama calling me every weekend, you know, because I'm, you know, 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away.
Right.
But other than that, it was a great experience, man. Like I say, I got to meet new people. You feel me? Got to experience new stuff, things of that. Like, I couldn't really tell you anything else of that nature. Like, like they used to tell people don't like give money to like the homeless people and stuff. But you know, I come from that, so I was just trying. Like, I don't gave blankets and everything to homeless people. Like, what I do.
With you being in the city, like you said you were, how was it to stay disciplined to what you were doing to make sure you was focused on school? Because you did get your degree.
Yeah.
And you did play your school there. How hard was it to stay disciplined? You know, 10, 15 minutes from the crib.
Yeah.
You in the city of the A. You know how the A is. How was it to stay disciplined to keep focused on your goals?
For me, it actually wasn't that hard. You know, when I went to college, I was on a mission. Like, I was just trying to feed my family any way possible, like, to get out the circumstances that, I mean, I grew up in the hood and all that type of stuff. So, I was on a mission, man. I was tunnel vision.
That's what's up.
How was it being coached by Coach Elliott? I know he was a real fired up guy every time we talked to him.
Yeah, man. I love Coach Elliott, man. I mean, I had, like, my first coaching staff, I had Coach Miles and Coach Elliott. It's like two different types of people. You know, Coach Miles was more mild, Coach Elliott more fired up, you know. But, you know, I just adapt to any situation, honestly, man. I can be coached by the best, play with the best.
And get into that type of thing. So you playing Georgia State, you playing D1 ball, you win that. How was it to win that bowl game when you was down there and y'all got that bowl trophy, the Cure Bowl, and to be a part of that?
Actually, like my freshman year, we went to our first bowl game. We ended up losing that one.
Right.
So when we got down our junior year, like we was like, man, we got to win this one, man. We got to win this one. Like we can't go out like that. Like, but nah, it was a great experience, man. I actually went to the same bowl game twice in Orlando. So when I went the second time, I already knew like
what was going on.
Yeah, I already knew like what was going on. Like You can't be doing all that type of stuff, man. You really just got to be focused and you feel me, just zoned in on the game this time. Not just not for fun. Like, this is not our first bowl game, so you know we got to take care of business this time.
And it's funny you say that because a lot of people don't understand. You went as a freshman.
Yeah.
Now you're going as a junior. The roles change. As a freshman, you're just trying to get it in and understand everything that's going on. You go in your junior, it became a business trip for you that next time.
Yeah, it was a business trip, man. More of a business trip, not a field trip.
When did you know that you had a chance to get possibly going to that next level of the NFL?
Honestly, like, back to Boobie, like, back to Coach Austin, like, I knew I had a chance, basically, when I was training my junior year in high school, actually, like, that's when I gained that mindset, like, nobody can mess with me, honestly, like.
That's what's up.
I'm on the field, like, I feel like I'm the best one every time.
And, you know, you got to be that corner, you got to be that dog, because if you say you want that 0 or that 1 or that man press, you got to have that mentality, Coach, you can leave me over here on that island.
Exactly.
That's what's up. So when you got a chance to play, when did you develop the rivalry for Georgia Southern?
Honestly, like, I didn't feel the rivalry until I actually got down there freshman year. Like, when we was in Statesboro, they fans go crazy.
Yeah,
like,
I know, right?
They fans go crazy down there. Like, you got folks shooting birds at you.
They taking it like, okay, it's like that. All right.
We actually got a corner down there now. He'll be coming out for the draft next year. You know about Marcovius Brinson.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, they fans go crazy down there. Though. Like, it's a hostile environment down there. But you know, I feed all that type of energy.
You had to, man, because I had to learn about that rivalry, Malik. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
State, not Southern. I'm like, what's going on? It's y'all pretty intense on that little road trip, man. You had a chance to, and we talked about it yesterday, so I got to ask you the same question I asked that guy yesterday. When you had a chance to play Kennesaw State, you know, it's the 7. We were talking about, man, this should be the rivalry. That was a very intense game. That
was a very intense game. Like, I didn't expect Kennesaw to have that many fans the way they did when they came to the stadium.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Kennesaw on the come up. Like, for real.
But you got a chance to play against our guy we had yesterday. You know,
my buddy Justin. Yeah.
Justin, and talk about that. You guys get a chance to play each other, and just being able to play against guys you see able to go into the next level like y'all doing, man.
Yeah, actually, before the game, I had people hit me up because, you know, Justin went to Sandy Creek, and I know some dudes from Sandy Creek out of high school. They was hitting me up. They were like, yeah, man. I had some dudes telling me, like, yeah, man, Justin go get you. I had some dudes telling me, like, you go lock Justin up. I was like, man. And I saw Justin posted out, like, man, he feeding right into it.
Yeah, he right into it, right? He done jumped in.
But, you know, when I put on the pad, man, ain't no friends on the field, man. It's all business, man.
We come back, man, we're going to continue to talk a little bit more. I want to talk to you about playing the bigger receivers or the smaller receivers. Which ones what you get out of the technique? When you play a guy like Justin 6'3", and then you play a little quick one, like your boy Penny.
Yeah.
He do what he do. Stay with us.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win the Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He'd guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
Indoor baseball, anyone?
Most party fouls are pretty dumb, but if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans. When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer. I want to be a warm fleece on a cold day. I want to be a football stadium. I want to be a bike that races around the country. I want to be a bench on a forest trail. When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Hey, man, real quick, man, we're back. It's Crush Sports Talk. So, man, I like that, too.
Yeah, man.
We talked about a little bit. When you got up there, you got the big receiver or the small receiver.
Yeah.
Break down how you cover each one of them, because you got to cover them a little differently. Which one, I ain't going to say which one your favorite. You can shut down both of them, but which one you have to do? What you have to do with a big receiver versus a small receiver?
With a big receiver, man, I kind of like, I go up to the line and I try to get my hands on early since they like a big target and stuff like that. So, like, I just try to be physical as much as I can with a big receiver. With a small receiver, man, I try to use my speed as much as possible, like, because you make one false move, the false receiver, man, it might be a touchdown, honestly.
Yeah, because they catch a slant, they go.
Man, especially working with that slot.
So, and I know sometimes they want to put you on the best receiver, but you have to, that's the difference, too, going from keeping them on the outside to having maybe cover them in the slot.
Yeah.
What's your techniques? You know, I like to break down stuff. Defensive guy here, sorry.
Yeah, I got you. Nah, no problem.
So
man.
what you just try to do, when you got a slot receiver, you have to cover that guy because he might be, you know, they like to move the number one receiver around. What's your mindset in the slot?
Mindset in the slot, man, basically, like, you go basically keep, like, outside leverage the whole time because most of your help is inside, so you got to keep that outside leverage, you know, because when playing in the slot, they got all the routes in the route tree to run.
Yeah.
But, like, basically, like, but I kind of like the slot better than playing outside, though, honestly, though, like, because they utilize you more. They feel like you more in the game. Like, you know, on the outside, they can shy away from you. Yeah. But, you know, on the inside, like, you actually in the game. You like a box safety, so, yeah, you got to come.
You got running game to look out for. You got to watch that and all that
exactly,
stuff.
man. I like all that action.
So you can break it down a little bit. There ain't no other receiver here, so I can talk a little defense. You can talk a little defense. When you get a chance, you talk about putting them hands on them.
Yeah.
How does that feel when you like to just make them feel all frustrated? They trying to slap your hands off. When you get to put up that hand up under them shoulders,
man.
What's that feeling like?
Because basically, man, you know, every receiver, man, they got a plan coming up to the line of scrimmage. So I like to play with their head a little bit. You feel me? I like to switch up my leverage. Hey, I might quick jam. I can't give you all.
Just give you a little bit. We give you a little bit. Give you a little bit. Yeah. That's what's up. So we talking defense. We be right.
Tweens have mastered the art of tuning out. Jen, there's a spider in the car. We're turning your room into a home gym. See? Nothing. But some messages need to get through. Like making sure they're buckled up the whole ride, every time. Do whatever it takes to make your child listen. Jen, I friended your boyfriend.
Wait, what?
Buckle up, sweetie.
Never give up until they buckle up. Learn more at safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
I'm probably okay to have one more drink before I drive home. I'm probably okay. I open the window to stay alert. Probably okay. I just popped some gum in my mouth. Step out of the car, please. I probably made a mistake.
Probably okay isn't okay when it comes to drinking and driving. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is big business. This is the American way.
Station Network.
See ya.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, fish dad.
Oh, come on. This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Energizing a nation, one listener at a time. It's SSNATL.com. Radio that's not dumbed down.
Hey, man, we have fun up here, man, right now with our guy, Jerome, aka Man. aka 001 for all y'all don't understand what that means. Press on y'all up in here.
Yeah, man, press, man.
Malik, man, just to be able to see this guy at Georgia State, man, what was it like, man?
Man, lockdown all day. That's all I saw.
Would you feel disrespected when they threw on your side? You be like, really? Y'all gonna try me?
Nah, actually, I did feel disrespected because the ball didn't even come my way like that, honestly. So when I got the ball my way, I was like, yes.
Do something. Get to break this rule down.
Yeah.
You just talk about your journey. You've been around some great people, your family, and all of that, man. To be where you are now, man, how would you characterize it?
I don't know, man. I would just say unpredictable, man, because, like, going back to freshman year, you'll never know where you be at in life, honestly. Like I tell people all the time, man, life is a roller coaster, man. You go through your ups and downs, man. You just got to stay persistent and stay consistent.
That's what's up. And that's the thing, man. Like I said, you knew young that you could play this game, but you still had to play this game.
Yeah.
What was some of the hardest things that you had to learn while you was in college?
Like, basically, like, my first time getting injured, actually, like, I broke my hand twice, like, freshman and sophomore year. So, like, freshman year, I was like depressed and stuff. Like, I woke up that morning because I had to miss like the Oregon game. I couldn't make the trip because I just had surgery. So that was like a tough time. I was really like going off in that season also before that happened.
Right.
But I came back strong, and the year after that, I had 3 picks like in the first 4 games, and I broke my hand. I was like, man, but I already knew what to do. After that, man, I actually, that year, I ended up finishing 3rd in the nation for passer rating.
What did that teach you about yourself when you taking those injuries, learning from your injuries? What did it teach you about your resilience and your persistence?
It taught me a lot, man. It just taught me, like, stay the course, man. God got a plan for you. It's light at the end of the tunnel. Just stay consistent, man. You know, like, don't ever give up.
Yeah. Well, so you walk around and the people knowing you talking to some of the old school heads out there, you boys from Mays, and to see what some of them are doing now, and what are they doing? How does it feel to see your teammates out there doing some things and out there grinding too?
Oh yeah, man! Shout out to my boy Yancey, man. Shout out to my boy, man. But nah, man, it's a good feeling, man, knowing I can hit up guys that before me that's already in the league. You know, it's a great feeling, man. You know. I actually talked to my boy Yancey. Maybe I try to talk to him at least like 1 time a week.
Right.
Try to pick his brain, and things of that nature, man. You know, actually it feels good knowing like I still got a group chat from Mays from my junior year in high school that it's like 30 of us in there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, y'all
and
was
it's
a
a lot
special
of
crew.
Yeah, and it's a lot of us that's still in college or that's coming out now.
Yeah.
So we just try to hold each other up every day, man.
Did it feel like a blur, your college your career? It was like before you knew it, you hitting your senior year, or was it, you know, because you went.
Yeah.
I remember you playing your junior year. I remember that junior squad,
Exactly.
and to where y'all are now, man. It looked like a blur to me. Y'all already talking about contracts and NFL
man,
and stuff
it
like
went
that.
by real fast. You know, I redshirted. I actually was in college 5 years, so it went by real fast. I can still remember, like, my first week, they was, like, the seniors telling me, like, hey, don't take this for granted. Like, this could go by real fast and snap of the finger, man. I was graduating, so.
Dang. And for people that don't know, you did get your degree.
Oh, yeah, man.
How was it feeling to you walk across there and get that?
Man, it was a great feeling, man. Like Malik said, he saw me with a phone in my hand, man. Great feeling, man. Like, probably the best feeling I ever had. Honestly, it probably felt better than running that 4.38.
Kid from the west side with it, they got that. Hey, man. He covered. I got to give him a chance. So we got one more segment with our guy, Bass. Stay with us. We're going into the rundown, the crush.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch, or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie, but Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to say.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here. Probably. Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win the Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college. This is beyond a simple donation. It's the opportunity for America to invest in its kids and take an active stake in the future of the country. The return on your investment isn't money. What you get back is knowing you protected our potential. So one day, that potential can grow up to become surgeons and architects, executives and engineers. People who can change the future just by being a part of it. My name is Alicia, and I am your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. A public service announcement brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
Honey, what you cook for dinner tonight?
Do you want the good news or the bad news first?
The bad news first.
I cooked nothing.
Well, that's the good news then.
Uh-huh. Well, there's no bad news then, because tonight we're gonna have Jerk Palace.
Call Jerk Palace for authentic Caribbean cuisine, including vegetarian entrees with authentic Caribbean flavor. Call 770-892-5049. Located at 6221 Jonesboro Road, Highway 54 in Morrow, Georgia. Jerk Palace.
The rundown. Hey man, this rundown brought to you by people at Cricket Wireless. Man, go to cricketwireless.com or any Cricket Wireless store to see about all the great things they got going on. Cricket Wireless, smile. It's Cricket Wireless. Hey, Malik, you changed. Hey, Macy, what's up? Hey, look here, man. Y'all having too much fun, man. I was jealous, man. I was two wheels. I bet you was like, I'm surprised you didn't fly the helicopter over here and drop me off. So, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was going to listen and be like I'm on top of the building. Listen, man, they didn't have the G5 ready to go. So, you know what I'm saying? Do the next best thing. So, I had to say it before you
What's up, baby? What's going on, man?
Hey, man. I know. But first of all, let's just start with this. He's not the smartest person in his family. His sister, okay, because
I told you.
Yeah, because you know she was valedictorian and she went to Doug, and I don't know how he ended up. But that's neither here nor there. So make sure I would have asked it though. He went to Doug for a year, man. So we not gonna get right. Oh, no, he was on hot second. Yeah, hot second. He was gone. Yeah. Jerome, let's just start with this real quick, man. First of all, super proud of you.
Thank you, man.
Super proud of you, man.
Yeah.
Always knew that you would get to this point because of your athleticism, and you were one of those guys who you could tell when we first got over there, the things they told us about the Maze program before we took the job.
Yeah.
It was like, man, ain't no talent, they this, they that, they that. We were looking like,
you know, stereotype.
Right. and you know, so we sat there with like, nah, hold on. I must have like he can play He can play. Oh, he can play.
Yeah,
they got
athletes, like real athletes.
Crazy.
Like the competition in high school, I don't think it get much better than that, honestly. Like,
so I got to tell you this funny story. When we were doing conditioning in the summer,
yeah,
we always sat there. So we kind of, you, Dreek, man.
Scott Dreek was on that squad.
Yeah, it was a couple of they were babies.
Yeah.
But it was a couple of guys. So we would always base how we did conditioning on how you responded. So it would be like, oh, Jerome ain't tired, so let's keep running. So we'd be in the parking lot, running them hundreds in. Coach Jaws would be like, move it back. Jerome ain't tired yet. And once you put your hand on your hip, we were like, oh, they done. Cause if he tired.
Did you know that, man?
Everybody tired.
Nah, I never knew that till now.
Yeah, look at
never
you.
Knew that till now.
So
he was one of those guys when we got there, you could just see he was into, okay, now I'm learning. Now to go, like say, we try to keep him on offense. We had him running offensive plays, and
so y'all killing the line because of this guy.
Well, the defense coaches is mean. Man, you gotta let him go, man. He gonna play defense. Like, well, he can play ball. Nah, man.
No, I'm talking about the running, man. You killing lineman because this guy ain't get tired.
Well, so the lineman did other stuff.
Oh, okay.
So we took the skill guys, so we would keep them like we had like a little dip on the side of the school, run them up and down the hill. Then take them to the parking lot. We would be making up stuff. Until Jerome got tired. Because you knew nobody was working hard as him. And we knew from that point on, like, look, he's straight. And once it got to game,
easy.
For him,
easy.
Listen, y'all design something else because whatever on that side of the field, he got it. Locked down.
Because I'm telling you, Jerome, we had a great defensive talk while you were gone.
I listened, man. I heard
0-1.
I heard all that defensive talk, man.
We almost gave away a little secret. We give everybody the extra player card.
Let me ask you this, Jerome. What has Chandon, that's in Philadelphia, have you been talking to him?
We work out together every day. He the one that put him and BJ Clay on. BJ Clay actually was playing for the Chargers, but he had got cut in August. He'll be playing in CFL in May, so they was actually the two guys that put me on to the dude I trained with for my 40 out in U48 named Manny in Lawrenceville. Yeah, we train every day together. That's I've been like that's like my brother. We talk every day.
What are some of the things he's telling you from his NFL experience?
Basically, like, it's cutthroat. Like, you gotta come in and do what you gotta do and just feed your family, man. Like, make friends, but don't make friends.
Right.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, and he was like, it don't last long.
Because we talked about a little bit during the break about now it's about you being a little selfish, being a business.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now,
you're your own CEO.
Yeah, you ain't got people waking you up. You got to wake yourself up.
Like I said, I like that though. I'm good with that. Like,
and now listen, what makes you saying that you were the one that they gauged off of. I know you're doing it already. You've been doing it since high school.
Certain guys. Man. He's one of those guys. Him and Man that's down to Georgia Southern. I heard y'all talk about it a little bit.
Southern.
Those two guys were like, you didn't have to worry about like they'll work. They brought it every day, and every now and then people going like, oh, okay, today I just don't have it.
Yeah.
I don't remember a day that he didn't have it. I just don't.
Man, that's what's up. And like you said, I talked about the Kale, but the talent y'all had, man. I looked at that school. I looked.
Yeah, man. It was a lot of talent. Like Nate Trez and Dallas used to fight every day in practice.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All the time.
Oh, yeah. They didn't. So.
Because Dallas had Alabama. Nate Trez.
But we gotta get Dallas one day because I never understood why they didn't beat up on Dallas more. Dallas would be laid in. He have on all that. Like, dude, you hadn't even you hadn't even played shit.
So you already Alabama down.
Well, he getting dropped off. And, like, dude, oh, coach, I can't make it. I'm going to this camp. And I used to be like, man, why don't y'all just beat him up, man? beat him up.
I was asking you about learning things and like looking at players like that, but hearing what you're hearing now and knowing what's the league's got coming, man, what's your mindset right now? What do you go wake up every day saying to yourself about, got to go get this next thing, man? What's your mindset daily?
Basically just trying to retire my mom and dad. You feel me? That's all the motivation I need right there.
Wow.
Knowing how I came up, they working 2 or 3 jobs just to provide food on the table, lights cut off, all that type of stuff. So, hey, it's cutthroat just like that with me, honestly.
Wow. I want to ask you about your pro day because I wasn't worried about you running and just you competing.
Yeah.
When you saw that time, what was your mindset after you saw that time?
When I first saw it, I was like, okay, I'm good now. But like, when I thought about it, I was like, man, I really could have ran faster. It was rain, it was wet, because in training, like my fastest time was like a 4.34. I'm like, I'm trying to hit that mark. I take a 4.38 in the rain.
Right. That's because that says you flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wow, like any great player, make sure he said.
Like I say, I was training with guys from like Kennesaw and stuff, so we was all like from West Georgia, and like the dude from Kennesaw ran the 4.38 also, and I think my guy from West Georgia ran the 4.3 also, Malik. So I was like, we was like competing every day, like
right.
Also a dude from Buffalo, like we was all clocking 4.3s in training, so we was like competing every day, like we was like, you ain't faster than me.
Kennesaw, the running back. The running back, yeah.
Darnell, yeah.
But see, that's that iron sharpens iron mentality.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just that bunker, like, listen, we all got to, like, we got to get it. We have a shot.
Exactly.
And like I said, because I know you, I wasn't, with all the stuff that went on later on in the year, anybody who would ask me, I'm like, listen, the one thing I know about Jerome is his work ethic. Dude, he ain't stopped working. He not nowhere feeling sorry about himself or nothing. He waking up and he's continuing what he do because he got to go get it.
Working out every day, every day.
It's funny, man. One of the questions that we first met Coach Elliott, make sure like, tell us about Jerome Smith. Talk to him. He's like, man, we just gonna put him over there and do what he got. Oh yeah, I was popping. I came in up popping. I'm like, I don't want to hear none of that. You tell me about Jerome Smith. That's what I want to hear about. Tell me about that guy.
Yeah, man.
Cause it's crazy when you change coaching styles. New coach come in, he got fresh set of eyes. But one thing about it, skill set.
Exactly, you can't deny it.
Oh, we talk about 16 to 18. The first thing that popped out there.
Yeah, shout out to Penny and Robert Davis also, man. I don't think Rob get enough credit for what he do. He got drafted in 2017 by the Redskins. Yeah, that boy, like.
And y'all got the boy down there in Saints just kicking the ball, just doing what he
doing.
doing.
Shout out Will too, man.
Will doing his thing.
He just got a new contract.
Georgia State, baby.
Georgia State.
State, not Southern. We telling you. Stay on. Whoa.
Dominant home court. This is Crust. You can't touch me, you're not man enough. And that's all she wrote. End zone touchdown.
Hey man, you listen to the second hour of the Crush Sports Talk on the Sensation Station Network. You missed the first hour, man. We had a great talk with the man, Jerome Smith. Make sure was in the building. Former coach, Mays. We won't talk about that rainy day at Kell High School. We'll let that go. I wish you'd let that go, man. I wish you'd let that go. I'm still a little salty because we boys, man. We ain't seen each other in years, man. Nah, I was emotional, man. We lost. And you had Chick-fil-A sandwich in your pocket. But we keep it going out there. Yeah. Them nuggets, but they had, I didn't know they had all them sauces, man. Yeah. I didn't know they had all them sauces, man. Whatever. When you look at it, man, and we're here with Jerome, man, I just, again, I reiterate what Maceo said. We're proud of you. We love hearing stories where you talked about, and Maceo, what you always say, love what? But love who love you, baby. He said he had 3 offers, Southern, State, what was the other school? UAB.
That's what it came down to.
This was funny about his whole recruiting process. If we had him one more year,
it would have been over.
It would have been crazy. It would have been because we had to, again, the perception of Mays. Right. Yeah. I would change the things, boy. Yeah, but
that was my first year. Like that was Coach Jarvis' first year, and you already tell like
it was a different program.
Yeah, like he was going up like to the middle schools, getting the 8th grade dudes come up like lifting with us and stuff.
Right,
so the program was changing. Like you can see it. Like everybody.
What you say about that state championship? What you were saying? Y'all had a chance to get the chip, man?
Man, I was right there on the sideline in the dome, man. It was 17-0 at halftime. I'm like, man, come on, man.
Okay, don't make me cry. but you know, it's crazy because I don't know if you you don't understand it yet, but you will. Your class
big time
is basically the class. Yep. Y'all are gonna go down as the culture changers.
Yeah, cause I remember I think they was telling us like before we had won like that first playoff game, they was like saying like no Mays haven't made it past the first round. I want to say like
long time.
And what you don't know either is your class changed the way people thought about APS schools too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you think about it. 2 years later, your school's playing in the Corky Kale. I mean,
exactly.
That wasn't even. I mean, it's in the city, and no APS school was there, but Mays is there now because of what you guys started, and that's a big thing.
Y'all built the foundation, dude.
Yeah. Your senior class should be so proud of what y'all did.
Me and Booby, we laugh about this
that's
all
my
the
guy
time.
right there, man.
We were just like, give him what if we had him one more year, because the thing about it was everybody kind of caught on to him late.
Yeah.
And we could tell everybody, dude, just cut the film on Lick at 6, and we ain't gotta say nothing else.
I can't believe you and Man were corners. Good Lord.
Yeah, actually, Man was playing safety at the time.
Yeah. Nah, he couldn't play corner.
Who was on the corner?
Jalen.
He
went to Alabama.
He went to Alabama
and the only reason he went there because his grades.
Yeah.
He was there.
And this what's crazy about Jay. He had so much talent, but so Jalen went. So he had to work. Mm-hmm. Nothing we could do about it. So remember, he would come in from Wendy's.
Yeah.
He'd come in from Wendy's and he balling. So we would be like, man, look, you can't do both, but we understand. Once he got that uniform.
Forgot about that.
Well, y'all understand
about that, man.
He came in from Wendy's like, I come, let's go, baby.
I forgot about that.
We done had a luxury, like, down south school, like at your school, where y'all have the structured program in place. Like our kids, like we can't tell them not to work, not to be there, because hey, he has to do that.
Yeah, he got
to
do that.
On Friday night, them two at the
they were shut down.
Like he said, we were able to put a young man at safety. And he still could have played receiver if Booby didn't want acting like
man, you
quiet.
Let it go, man.
I can't let it go.
Phil, that receiver too though. We had Perry, Tyshawn, Drake.
Yeah.
Julius.
Yep. Old Whitehead.
Old White, yeah.
Yeah,
man. Like.
So, man, we going to keep up with you, bro. I'm glad you got a chance to talk to your old
that, man.
What can they find out, man, if people can find out where you at and all your, give them your social media, bro.
On demand _6, IMDAMAN _6, and on demand _4, same way on Twitter.
Lockdown, baby, lockdown.
Man, thanks for coming in, bro.
Thank you for having me, man.
Anytime, man. Point 3.
Y'all family.
8.
Hey, man.
It's small family.
Small family.
We gonna say folks.
Yep.